Hi guys! What's up? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. I was thinking maybe we'd do like some Pokemon tier lists or something just for fun. Um, so I don't know. Think about things you might want me to put on a tier list, and if we lose early, then we can do that, and if not, then we can save it for a future stream because I would like to do some tier list streams eventually. But yeah, the I don't know why, but it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. It says my internet is fine too, which is weird. Twitch is just doesn't like me very much, I guess. Okay, hopefully we're back. Uh, Twitch, why are you mean? Why are you mean? I want to give an adamant mint to Itokabu. You can have the insect plate, I guess. I was hoping they'd sell a choice band. So we're gonna fake out. And then, like, low kick. Like, not life orb. We're holding a life orb, but we're not going to use life orb. I guess low kick. Yeah, I'm back, hopefully. Sorry about all the issues. Oh, Twitch just hates me, I guess. Oh, Barrascuda. He looks funny. Silly guy, silly guy. I think he hits actually decently hard. I should probably swap. Kargalta. Laser focus. Oh no, that's one of those new moves I don't remember. Don't kill me. Okay. That was a critical. We're fine. Down you go. Life orb. It just boosts your damage, and you take damage after every attack. So it's like it's a risk reward thing where you can do more damage, but you make yourself you chip yourself down. 3 sweet apples, which we don't need because Tartums is dead, and 3 shiny stones. I think we need ice stones for our Darumaka. Yeah. Hi, Punted. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully it stays connected this time because it keeps disconnecting and I'm very sad. Hope you're having a good day, though. Oh, man. My text box got messed up again, too. That's no good. Do I have dono links? What? Hold on. First I want to fix the chat box because it's going to make me upset. What do you mean by dono links? Like subscribe and stuff? I don't have those enabled. I'm too small for that. Too small to make money. Alright, There we go. That looks better. Alright, we're gonna... Let's see. We want to fake out the Drapion. Drapion! Yeah, see you... the Life Orb is making us lose HP even though we're not getting attacked. That's what it does. But it powers up our moves. So it's like a risk-reward thing. Oh, that did not do as much damage as I was hoping. Survive it, survive it, survive it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, last day of school tomorrow. Congrats. That's nice. Should be a nice, chill day for you. Probably not too much to worry about. So that'll be cool. And Kargalta leveled up. Itokabu leveled up. Yeah, I don't know when the stream crashed, but we did get a Heracross that I named Itokabu. Named after Arataki Ito and his love of Oni Kabuto. Hold on, what are we fighting here? A Scrafty. If we hit, we probably win, but that's too risky. I would rather lose Itokabu here than my Skrilly. You have to dress up nice, though? Ah. It's not bad to have an occasion to dress up, though. That can be fun. And we're gonna go with close combat. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Punch him right in the face. Pow. Pow. Oh, he only had 2 Pokemon? Thought he had 3. Well, let's heal up Skrilly because they're almost dead. Yeah, I would rather lose Itokabu on this route because I could just catch another one. But if we lose Skrilly, we can't really replace them, so... It's best to just keep... Just to keep Skrilly alive. Oh, you don't have to wear dresses? You don't like those? I think dresses are cute. I wouldn't mind wearing them. I'll wear it for you. Let me see. Over here, 3 hasty mints. Could be helpful. And quiet mints. I think those are less useful. Yeah, we could get a Beware, but I like... oh man, my chat box is really messed up. I don't know. I'll have to look how to fix that after the stream. We could catch Beware instead of Heracross, but it's so slow I don't like the idea of running a really slow Pokemon like that. It just seems too risky. 3 Moonstones. You never named your Pokemon anything? Because everything you named them were cringe. Just look at how cringe my nicknames are. Hold on, I'll show them in a second. My nicknames are really cringe. Stream is still crunchy? Oh no, I'm sorry. Twitch really hates me. I'm very upset about it. But yes, the Emerald did go rogue. And it's killing Twitch apparently. Yeah, look at my names. Skrilly, Riavok, Shirogoro, Stratuffy, Kargalta, and Itokabu. My nicknames are terrible. Alright, so we can leave now. But I still want to wander around a little bit more. We can't get anything there, it looks like. Maybe we can come up from below? No, this is a one-way. Okay. So we can't get back up there, but we could... We can grind a little more. We can at least see what the last Pokemon on this route is and see if we want to take it. Ooh, Lampin. Chandelure is pretty good. Okay, are we back? I tried moving the router. Hopefully it's a little better now. Okay. So, as I was saying, we're here for the final gym. Everything is smoother now? Okay, that's good to hear. Hopefully it stays that way. I don't know what else to do. I tried moving the router closer. That was the only thing I could think of. But, as I was saying, we're, we're here at the final gym, Gym 8, and this is our team, and this is what we're working with. Thank you. Thank you for the confidence. I hope it goes well, and I hope the stream goes well too now, because it's being bad. Let's go. I can have a dress and support. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna be so cute. So cute. Oh, I'm gonna be adorable. Alright, Roxanne, and the sandstorm starts. What color? Any. I'm open to any. But sky blue or pink are the best ones. Alright. Leader Roxanne, and she's got sandstorm set up to start. Oh, she does have Bastiodon. I was worried about Bastiodon. I'm pretty sure Bastiodon has Sturdy, which is like why I didn't want to do this, but we can... Oh, she's swapping out, which is good, because that gives us a free turn to set up Swords Dance. She swaps in Relicanth, and we're going to get our Swords Dance off. And this should just eviscerate her Relicanth. You look like the guy from Hotel Transylvania. I have never watched those movies. Alright, we're going to go with an Earthquake, and this should just tear right through her team. The only thing to be worried about is Sturdy. Sturdy could mess us up. Frankenstein? Yeah, I guess Bastiodon kind of looks like Frankenstein. Alright, she sends out Kabutops, which might have Aqua Jet. Didn't go for it. She might just be going for, She might just be going for better type matchups, but not paying attention to the moves. Crustle. Okay. Yeah, Crustle has Rock Slide, I think. Or, Crustle has Rock Slide. Crustle has Sturdy, I think. I was thinking about Rock Slide, and then I mixed that up with the ability that I was thinking of. Yep, Sturdy. Oh no, it had a Focus Sash and Weak Armor. Ooh, scary. Scary. Okay. That's annoying. And it retaliates with an Earthquake of its own. Yeah, that's no good. We still endured it, but that is very bad. One more hit and we're done. You're done! Think you can take me? Anyone play Xenoblade Chronicles 2? I love that game. Okay. Sandstorm rages. Yeah, she did have the Sandstorm set up to mess us up, but we happen to have a very good counter for that with Revac. It's Minior! Oh my goodness, that's like one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Minior. It's so cool. Oh, she's got Minior. We're gonna hit it with Rock Slide, though. Bye-bye, Minior. It was nice to see you for 2 seconds. Minior is amazing. I love Minior. It's one of the coolest Pokemon. It's very gimmicky and it's not very good. He looks like a spiked meatball. Yeah, he's a little shooting star, and the shell cracks and it's different colors. It's really cool. Let's see, a Golem. She swaps to Bastiodon, which is actually good, because that's just a free hit on Bastiodon, which is going to break the Sturdy. So I don't know why she did that. That was a very weird choice. But yeah, that breaks the Sturdy, which is perfect. Having Reavac was just great because it's the perfect counter for her team, really. I mean, I guess maybe it would be better to counter with, like, a Drizzle Politoed, but that's about the only other thing I can think of that would be, like, a perfect counter. I'm surprised none of our Pokemon had an air balloon, honestly. Maybe this Golem has an air balloon, but I'm not sure. Nope. Dragonair is your favorite Pokemon. Oh, nice. Yeah, Dragonair is really cool. I like Dragonite too, but I wish it looked more like Dragonair, because Dragonair is a really cool design. Oh, hung on with the Focus Sash, I guess. Hits us with Stone Edge, but that doesn't take us out good. Alright, so we've got this. Barring, like, 3 misses in a row, I think we win. Dragon Noodle? Yeah. The long boy. And there we go. Wow. I was expecting Roxanne to do a lot more damage to our team, but we happened to have that perfect counter, which was really nice. Very fortunate. Brandy received a gym badge. Let's go. That's 8. So now we have to move on. I forget, do we have to fight the full Elite Four, or is it just the champion next? And we got the HM for Surf, which is actually really good. We can use that right away. Let's see. Can use Surf and teach that to Kargalta. Oh, Skrell can also learn Surf. I'm not going to teach it that because it's a special move, but Kargalta can use it. We'll replace Brine. You've only played Pokemon once on the DS? Yeah, the DS Pokemon games are all really good. I mean, Heart Gold Soul Silver is not my favorite, but a lot of people love that one and consider it the best one, so... Yeah, our team is actually really, really well balanced for the most part. I wouldn't mind replacing Shirogoro, just because it's not fully evolved, so it's not doing a whole lot, but... We'll go to the Pokemon Lab, sure. Oh, we can get back our Applin. No. A Swablu? Hold on, what? Oh, we could get Tartums again. Do I want Tartums over Shirogoro? If we fight Wallace, then it's probably a better Pokemon, but honestly, I like Tartums, but I don't think it's very good. I'm gonna pass on Tartums, but it was tempting, just because I like Tartums. You had the Pokemon on mobile, Pokemon Unite on Switch, and Pokemon Go. Ah, yeah, they're more like spin-off games, but they're still fun. I played some of the spin-off games. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's really good. I want to play that one eventually. Okay, let's see here. I heard a Monferno, it sounded like. Oh. Actually, we do need battles because our level cap increased, I think. Oh! That's bad. That's, like, really bad. I don't like that. She's got a Pheromosa. Hi, Carlo Ghost. Yeah, we're back, hopefully. And we're fighting a very scary Pheromosa. I'm terrified right now. Sturtuffy, hang on. Why does this random lady just have a Pheromosa of all things? Oh, thank goodness we took it out, but that was terrifying. I don't want to lose Sturtuffy. Samosa. You're into rhythm games? Yeah, I'm not good at rhythm games, unfortunately. They're really cool, but I'm just bad at them. Very bad. Yeah, that Pheromosa was very scary. That's not something I just want to see randomly. Mimikyu! Oh, Mimikyu. We had a Mimikyu earlier this run. If we could have gotten Mimikyu back, I would have taken it. Unfortunately, that wasn't one of the options. I'm not sacrificing Sturtuffy. I would much rather lose Shirogoro than Sturtuffy. Melatonin would match my stream vibe. I've never even heard of that game. But maybe I'll look it up. But yeah, I'm bad at rhythm games, so I probably won't be good with it. Oh man, we didn't even get off one hit. Bye, Shirogoro. Rip. You never got to evolve. Unfortunate. Man, I want to use Skrill to fake out, but it's a ghost type, so it won't work. Mimikyu is one of your faves? Yeah, Mimikyu is very popular. I like Mimikyu a lot, too. Unfortunately, here, it's not very good for us because it just kind of walls most of my Pokemon. Now it's got Hone Claws. This is bad. This Mimikyu might be the thing that ends the run, actually, because I don't have a great answer for it. Disguise. But we did get Paralysis. That's why I went Thunderbolt over Surfer Ice Beam. I was fishing for Paralysis. That was actually very intentional. Is this a Nuzlocke? No, it's not really a Nuzlocke. The game's already really hard without making it a Nuzlocke as well, so it's just a normal fight type thing. Just a normal playthrough. We could do a Nuzlocke in the future with it, but I didn't think that was necessary right now. Alright, Kargalta, finish it off with Surf. Whoosh! Alright, we did lose Shirogoro to that, but... Oh, we lost Shirogoro, but we did take out the Mimikyu. And then her last Pokemon is a Butterfree, which is kind of an interesting and underwhelming option after Mimikyu and Pheromosa. Fortunately, the game decided to have Mercy. I don't know what we would have done if her last Pokemon had been Buzzwole or something. That would have been very, very bad. Very, very bad. Good luck with my next battle. I'd be a lot better off if you hadn't just killed my freaking Darumaka and sent Sturtuffi nearly to the grave. What is Sturtuffi holding, actually? Yachi Berry. Okay, that's what I thought. Also, Kargalta is not holding anything. You should be holding something. Yeah, even a Citrus Berry is better than nothing. Leftovers would be ideal, but... Yeah, can we... Let's get some heals up. Let's use a max potion for Sturtuffi. Ba-ba-da-ba. Good, and then... Do I have... Oh, Energy Root? That's fine. I don't care about Friendship on Kargalta. I'm not using Return, so... Just use an Energy Root. And I think I actually want to switch back to Skreely as our lead for now. But now we can catch another Pokemon at least, so that's good. Ooh, Infernape. Okay, it was an Infernape I heard, not a Monferno. Infernape could be really good. With that said, if we're going to fight an Infernape, I don't want to lead with Skreely because it will die. What are our Pokeball options? Nothing great to catch it with. I'm going to run, and I'm going to swap to a different lead. I killed the Mimikyu, yeah. Sorry. It was them or us. And I did not want to lose my Pokemon. 3x special defense? Those are not helpful. Yeah, do I want to catch Infernape? I definitely want to catch it over Plusle. Plusle just makes me sad. That's not a very good helpful Pokemon right now. Ooh, Shuckle's fun. Shuckle's fun, but it's not super helpful, I don't think. So we could get Shuckle, we can get Infernape. Oh, we could get Rotom Heat. If that... I don't think Heat Rotom is that helpful. Maybe Rotom Wash would be worth, but... And Pincurchin. I'm not taking Pincurchin. His face is silly, but I don't want Pincurchin. So I think we're going to grab Infernape. We're going to grind for an Infernape, and we're going to take that. What do you mean can't escape? No! No, don't use thunder. What? No. Illegal. I refuse. Stop. Stop! No! That's illegal. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I insulted the Plusle and it was like, oh, you bet? I refuse. Alright, luckily we've got a lot of cherry berries. And I do have more of those energy roots. But that was still rude. I refuse to lose the game to Plusle, okay? I'm fine with losing the game, but it's not going to be to Plusle. No, not Rotom. I'm gonna... Plusle is cute, but I refuse to lose to Plusle. The only honorable loss would be to Pachirisu. Alright, let's... I was hoping the sound would kick in and we would hear an Infernape, but... Do I have a better option? No, I really don't have a better option to lead with, but all these electric types makes it bad to lead with water. You would be a Plusle if you were a Pokemon? I would be a Togetic or a Ralts, I think. I'm gonna catch this Shuckle, not because I want to use it. I'm gonna catch this Shuckle, and I'm gonna use it to lead against these Pokemon so that if it dies, I don't lose anything important. That's a pro play. How's this Shuckle look, actually? Stone Edge, Sticky Web, Guard Split, and Pain Split. Or Power Split. It's not bad, actually. Sticky Web as a suicide lead could be kind of useful, but it's fine. I'd rather have Infernape. I think the champion is Steven, which means we do want, like, counters for that. And Infernape is a counter for Steven. And I can kind of just... I'm fine. Name him Pokebait. The Shuckle. I could have named the Shuckle that. I didn't bother naming it since I was going to replace it. Oh wow, that did nothing to this Infernape. I didn't mean to throw a repeat ball at it. Oops. Catch it. No. Do I have a better Pokeball that I can throw at this thing? Throw a Great Ball. I'll use Power Split. I think that'll lower its attack. Oh, we got a Calm Mind Infernape. Yeah, Infernape can be a decent mixed sweep. But we could also just lean into full offense with it. I'm gonna throw a Great Ball. Nope, no luck. Ooh, so it can hit with Flare Blitz. Bye-bye, Shuckle. You did your job, thank you. Shuckle, no! Yeah, Shuckle rip. But that's fine, it got me a safe swap on to Kargalta. And now I can hit it with Thunderbolt. And we should be fine to catch it from there, I think. Am I trying to max the Pokedex? No way. No need to max the Pokedex. That's not important here. We're just trying to get to the end. Alright, come on. Catch this Infernape. I don't want it to sweep my team. Dang it. Okay. I need to weaken it a little more. Oh. Ugh. But that's the thing, I've got to be careful about damaging it too much, because it can kill itself with Flare Blitz. getting dicey. Come on, paralyze it. No luck. Alright, come on, catch it, catch it, catch it. Catch it, catch it, catch it. Screw it. Oh no, don't kill us, don't kill us. Stratuffy, you're up. It would have been really bad if we lost Kargalta here. Kargalta's not like the most important member of our team, but it is the bulkiest, which is kind of helpful. And we're out of Great Balls, too. Your heart literally jumped. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary. That didn't even catch it at all. That didn't even try and catch it. Alright, Infernape, I'm so serious. Do not use Flare Blitz. If you use Flare Blitz, you die. Oh my goodness. I want this Infernape. Come on. Catch it. There we go. Okay. What are we going to name the Infernape? Bye-bye, Shuckle. Thank you for your service. What should we name him? Goku. Sparkler. We could build off that. I wanna go with something a little different. Let's go with... Ooh, how about Sparkong? He's like a sparking Donkey Kong, so he's Sparkong. You know him well. Alright. Oh, he's Hasty Nature, which is what I was going to make him anyway, so that's good. And honestly, his base move kit isn't terrible. I'd rather have a fighting move than Calm Mind, I think. Fire Spin also isn't like the best move for it, but it's fine. Oh, we could teach Sunny Day, actually. I kind of like teaching Sunny Day because that gives us another way to clear weather, which has been a problem this entire playthrough. I like that over Calm Mind. Sparky Kong, yeah. We could still get... Rock Smash isn't good enough. We could use Dig. For now, I think we're fine. We just need to heal. And then we can move on to... I think we're at the... We're out of routes, so we'll be moving on to the next big thing. Heal up Stratuffy. And then we can... Nope, not Max Repel. Max Potion. There we go. Max Potion on Kargalta. And then the last thing is... What do we want to hold? We should hold items here. So I want... Do I have a... Shucka could be good. Ooh, or Salic. We'll give a Salic Berry to Sparkong. And... Oop, didn't mean to press that. Another Citrus Berry to Kargalta. Who's the most important on the team? Stratuffy. Stratuffy for sure, because Stratuffy was our starter. They're also reasonably bulky. They have pretty good defenses. They have decent mixed attacking stats. They're like very flexible. They can heal themselves. And they're blue and white, which matches me. They're like the mascot right now. So we got to keep Stratuffy safe at all costs. With that said, oh, no. I want to lead with Screely. And yeah, I think that... Oh, we probably actually want to find some more trainers before we move on. We do need some more experience for Sparkong, since he's lower level. Oh, nope, that didn't take us anywhere. We found the greatest obstacle of this journey. Ledge puzzles. Would I be Sturtuffi if I were a Pokemon? I could be a Altaria, yeah. That would be like one of the Pokemon that I could see myself being. I think I'd be a Ralts or a Togekiss, but Altaria is maybe like number 3. They're very cute too. Oh man, there's no Pokemon, or there's no other trainers to grind against. We really need experience. I'm gonna fight a few more Pokemon and see if we can level up a little bit more. Oh, didn't mean to use Fake Out, but that's fine. Yeah, Rotom Heat is no longer a ghost type, so we can use Fake Out against it. Plusle or Soul? Huh. Which one's Soul? Like Solgaleo? Okay, 88 is our level cap. Never mind, we can't level up anymore, so... The Sun guy? Maybe a Soul Rock? I'm not exactly sure which one you're talking about. Ooh, 20 points. Wasn't as much as I was hoping, but... Okay. We move forward. Oh, a Mart Rest Stop. This is perfect, actually. We have a lot of cash. We should be able to buy some healing items. Alright, what did each of these guys sell? What is this? Nothing. Okay. General shop. We can buy potions and antidotes here, which are really good. Oh, you forgot what it was called? No worries. I should buy some more Pokeballs, though. I'm gonna buy 4 Quick Balls. That's probably enough. And then some Ultra Balls. Soul Rock. Ah, cool. Yeah, we were using a Soul Rock earlier in this run, actually. It carried us for a while. It was one of our strongest Pokemon. It went down eventually, but it was really helpful, actually. It was, like, surprisingly good. Ooh, we can get Focus Punch, Roar, Toxic Hail, Bullet Seed, Hidden Power, Sunny Day Taunt, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Light Screen, Protect, Rain Dance, Giga Drain, Safeguard, Frost Stream, Solar Beam, Iron Tail, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Earthquake, Return Dig, Psychic Shadow Ball. Wow, there's a lot here, actually. Alright. I don't need too much. I'm gonna grab Flamethrower for... Well, we're gonna grab Flamethrower, and I think Brick Break for Sparkong. And I think that's it. I think those are the only things we need here. Maybe another Earthquake could be good. Stream's crunching again? Oh no. Actually, I think it might be the weather. It's been, like, stormy over here today, so that might be why. I'm not sure. Close combat. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I think we're just going to give these 2 TMs to Sparkong. And that'll be that. Okay. Yeah, Flare Blitz is cool. It's actually... Flare Blitz is pretty good, but... I don't like the recoil. If possible, I'd like to avoid the recoil, so I think we're better off just replacing that with Flamethrower. It's a little more consistent. And it makes him a decent mixed sweeper instead of a pure physical. Because we already have some pure physical Pokemon, so having another mixed sweeper like Sturtuffi could be helpful. It's really hot where you are. Oh no, you aren't good in hot weather though? That's unfortunate, I'm sorry. Yeah, I prefer colder weather because it's easier to put on things than take things off. Because like eventually you run out of things to take off, but you can just keep putting on more layers, so I prefer cold weather, but... Let's grab 10 hyper potions. And some full heals. Alright, that's most of our money spent. And with that, I think we just move on to this. Is this the final trainer or is this the Elite Four? Okay, it looks like we fight the Elite Four, yeah. Sydney, okay. There's no ice cream at home? Oh no. I'm sorry. I've got some rainbow sherbet in the freezer. It's been stormy where you are recently? Yeah. It doesn't rain a whole lot here. Usually we get snow, but this, like, right around now, between summer and winter, we sometimes get rain, and I really like it. I like rain a lot, but apparently it's not good for streams. Okay, so we're fighting Sydney, and he leads with a Tyranitar, which is not great. He's setting up a Sandstream. Alright, Screely's going to take some damage here, but we're going to fake out to make sure there's no Focus Sash. The Sandstorm rages. We can turn off that Sandstorm. That is an option for us. We're going to go with a low kick. There we go. Take it out. Oh, you like mint chocolate? Yeah, I actually... A lot of people don't like it, but I actually do like mint chocolate chip a lot. I think it's really good. It's like at least top 5 for me. Okay, and now we've got a Weavile mirror match. It's probably going to go to Fake Out as well, so we can probably use this opportunity to get a switch. I'm going to send out Sparkong. It's his battle debut. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he went for low kick instead. Oh, wow. Ouch. It's also using Life Orb. That makes sense. Well, that's no good. I really wish I had Mach Punch right now. Sparkong might just die here, actually. That's sad. Speed 236. Yeah, it's not outspeeding Weavile. No way. This sucks. I might have to just take the death here to get a free switch. I'll go for... Oh! We outsped? What? How? Congrats, Sparkong. You survive. I was fully prepared to sacrifice him. Don't tell him that. He'll be upset. Okay. And an Obstagoon. I'm going to use Sunny Day. I'm going to get rid of the Sandstorm, actually. Because that could be bad for us. Ooh, ouch. And what did we lose? Salac Berry. That's unfortunate. That would have been nice to activate right here. Oh, you're going to get some mint chocolate ice cream cones? Nice. That sounds good. I'm going to hit with a Brick Break. Take it down. Yeah, I wasn't too concerned about Obstagoon, which is why I felt like that was a good time to set up Sunny Day, just because that felt pretty safe. I wasn't too concerned about Obstagoon one-shotting us, even though we were weakened. Okay, I'm concerned now. I'm concerned about this very much. Sparkong, you're going to die. I salute you. 07's in the chat. Hit him with a flamethrower and hope for a crit. Nope. Rip. He tried his best. He went down valiantly. Alright, Skrilla, you're up. Should have knocked on wood. There's no wood around me. I mean, I guess there's my dresser, but that'd be loud. I don't want to do that. Let's fake out. Actually, I didn't need to fake out. I should have just gone for Ice Shard. I took unnecessary chip damage there. But, you know, despite only getting in one battle, Sparkong did a lot for us. Took down the Sandstorm, which made things a little safer for us. Took down some Pokemon. Overall, Sparkong was very helpful. And he did get the chip on Yveltal so that we didn't just instantly die. How are we feeling about Hydreigon? I'm feeling like Stratuffy is the play. I'm gonna hope it goes for, like, Nasty Plot. Oh, Focus Miss also works. That's a free switch. We'll take that. It goes with... Oh, it's probably Choice Spect, then. It's probably got Choice Specs because it went for Focus Blast again. And we're just gonna retaliate with a Moonblast and take it out. Get him, Stratuffy. The moon! We're going to steal the moon! And then we're going to slap Hydreigon in the face with it. And then a Grimmsnarl to end things. I like Grimmsnarl a lot too, actually. I don't like its pre-evolved forms. I think they're kind of... I was not, like, into them. But then we saw Grimmsnarl and I was like, oh, actually, this thing's awesome. This thing rocks. Grimmsnarl is awesome. I don't know why he's using it as the last Pokemon instead of a lead, but Grimmsnarl is awesome. Oh. They killed Stratuffy. I massively underestimated the amount of damage it could do. That was on me, and that really sucks. Things just got a lot harder. So, I can explain what happened there, actually. Grimmsnarl has Prankster, which lets it move first. And so, usually, you see it running, like, 3 support moves. And so, in my head, I think, oh yes, it's a support Pokemon, it has low attack. Grimmsnarl does not have low attack. So I kind of, in my head, I was like, oh yeah, it won't do that much damage to us. It did that much damage to us. Oops, that one's on me. Stratuffy, I'm so sorry. You will be missed. Stratuffy, we love you. You're gone too soon, even though it's at the end game. You helped carry us here, and we will not forget your sacrifice. Also Sparkong too, but, you know, he was only here for like 2 seconds, so... Okay, but we did at least win. And we've got 3 more Elite Four members and the champion to go. And we got, Satan, also. We can fight Satan now. I don't think that's a good idea. Oh no, that's a Dark Deal. Or a Tough Fierce Route. Do we want to make a Dark Deal with Satan? Maybe Ginger Caillou got Stratuffy? Yes. Ginger Caillou. Ginger Caillou. Oh man. Losing 2 Pokemon there sucks. Alright guys, do we want to make a Dark Deal with Satan, or do we want to go on one of the other routes? Tough Chili route, or a Tough Fierce route? Gamble with Satan, just like Pringle streams? We could do the gamble. Alright, for the entertainment value, let's see. What's the Dark Deal? Priority Charm, Grace Charm, or an Endure Charm. Okay, so I think I remember what these do. I I only saw this once when I was watching someone else play this game. You get one of these charms, and they give you a bonus. But you also get a bad charm that gives you a debuff. So the Endure charm, I think, makes it so your Pokemon have a chance to just survive a hit, which is really good. I think the Priority charm probably gives you a chance to have your move go first, even if it's not a priority move. But it's a chance, so it's not guaranteed. Same with the Endure charm, so we're going to have to get lucky. And then the Grace charm, I think, is like Serene Grace, which is Togekiss's ability, which is one of my favorite abilities in the entire game, which like increases the chance for abilities or moves to have their secondary ability activate. So like Thunderbolt. It may paralyze the foe. It would have an increased chance of that. But all of these are just kind of luck-based, so they're not like guaranteed to make an impact on the run. But all of them could be helpful. I am leaning towards just being able to survive a hit. If we're playing correctly, priority shouldn't be the biggest issue because we should be going into matchups that we outspeed the opponent anyway if we need to. And Serene Grace is useful, but not all of our abilities can trigger on that. But all of our Pokemon could be benefited from surviving a hit. So I think the Endure Charm is the best option. I'm going to take that one. And what is our debuff charm? The price this time shall be the Everstone Curse. Okay, so that sounds like we're not allowed to evolve our Pokemon now. Okay, Endure Charm. Friendly Pokemon have a 20% chance to endure one-hit KOs. So yeah, it's basically 20% chance to trigger Sturdy, which could be helpful. An Everstone Curse, level up evolutions turn into level up or level whilst holding link cable. Okay, so they can still evolve, they just need a link cable. That could be a lot worse, because honestly that's not too bad, because at this point we don't have that many Pokemon we're getting, so we're not doing a whole lot of leveling up anyway. Now that does mean that we have to fight a strong trainer, which is not great. Honestly, we probably should have taken one of the other routes. We legit might just wipe here because we're down 2 Pokemon. And now we've got to fight Domace Tucker, which is not great. Dome Ace Tucker would like to battle. Let's go. He leads with a Beedrill. A nurse? No, he's not a nurse. He's like, he's dressed up for Carnival. Very festive. And he used Fake Out. If he's holding a Focus Sash, that breaks it. And that flinches. Now I'll hit with an Ice Shard and not worry about it. Bye-bye, Beedrill. How many Pokemon does he have? Also, I'm going to get some water because my throat hurts. Oh, the nurse on the other thing. No, that's a free heal. That's a free heal, which will be very helpful. Dang, he's got a Araquanid. Okay. I'm going to swap to Kargalta. Yeah, I really shouldn't have taken the Dark deal. I should have gone for one of the routes and just gotten 2 more Pokemon. Honestly, that was something I kind of knew was like a bad option when we're down 2 Pokemon, but I thought it would be more interesting, so it's fine. No fighting nurses. No, I don't think you can fight the nurses in this game. It would be funny, though. And it's going to use Leech Life. Hopefully we'll get a Paralysis or something. Speed this up a little bit. Yeah, Kargalta is our one, like, defensive utility. Especially now that we lost Stratuffy. Ooh. Ow. Ow. Someone mod that. Mod the nurses, a nurse fight into the mod. This is already a mod, so. Oh no, don't use Mirror Coat again. No, stop it, stop it, stop it. Kargalta. Finish it. Mod fighting nurses. Some of the Pokemon games you can fight the nurses, actually. Just not Emerald, I don't think. Man, I miss having Stratuffy because Stratuffy could heal themselves. Oh, is that a focus? Yeah, focus sash. I didn't think it would hit me with a hurricane. I thought it would go for like sleep powder. Well, that sucks. I kind of knew I was going to lose at least one Pokemon in this fight, so yeah, but losing our one defensive Pokemon really hurts. I'm going to set up Sandstorm. That'll finish off the Butterfree, and then we'll be powered up to fight the other Pokemon that he sends out. Yeah, Cargolta really helped us. Cargolta was super helpful. Losing them really hurts. Let us mourn the fallen. Oh, poor Cargolta. That was a misplay on my end. Oh, God, it's Volcarona. This is another one of my favorite Pokemon. I absolutely love Volcarona. It's really cool. I think it's like one of the coolest Pokemon ever. Like, when I saw the leaks for Pokemon Black and White, and I saw this thing, I was like, oh my God, I must have that. And this thing hurts hard. Fortunately, we're already swapped into Excadrill, which is a really good counter for it. As long as this Rock Slide connects, which it did, we can take it out. Probably had Compound Eyes. Yeah, that Butterfree probably did have Compound Eyes. I was expecting it to go for Sleep Powder. Yeah, it is a moth creature. It's a moth that makes fire. It's really cool. I love Volcarona. One of the coolest Pokemon designs ever. No, it's a moth that looks like the sun, so it has a bunch of fire-type moves. It's really awesome. And now we got Golisopod, who is probably going to go for First Impression here. No? Okay. It didn't take the free damage with First Impression, which is surprising. We hit it with Rock Slide, and that should emergency exit it out. Yeah. Which is good because that's just free. Oh, God. There's that Buzzwole I mentioned earlier. I was like, when we fought the Pheromosa, I was like, it's a good thing she doesn't have, like, a Buzzwole. We found where the Buzzwole went. We're going to hit it with a Rock Slide, and hopefully that does a lot of damage. Just spam Earthquake. No, Earthquake is not going to help against Buzzwole. We got the flinch, but that did way less damage than I was expecting. Alright, yeah, we'll go for Earthquake. If Earthquake doesn't get the kill here, though, then we lose Revac. Yeah, that's a rip. We might lose to this Buzzwole. Yeah, it healed all the damage we did off of it. And it got Beast Boost. Yeah, this might be game. Oh, there was some thunder in the background. I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, this might be a rip. This might be game here. Screely hit him with a Fake Out. Yeah, I was thinking I should probably go for Rock Slide, but I couldn't remember if Earthquake would do more damage or not. That was a misplay on my end. I should have trusted my first instinct, which was go Rock Slide for the fish. Or, for the flinch. For the fish. Fish. Yep, we don't have a way to deal with the Buzzwole. Unfortunate. Losing Stratuffy and Sparkong really hurt. Now, we technically could win if it attacks, hits a one-hit KO, which it probably will, with its double beast-boosted attack. If that Endure Charm triggers and we survive the hit, we might win. I don't think that's going to happen, but it technically could. Hit with a Rock Slide. Flinch? Nope. Drain Punch. Oh, it didn't do as much as I was expecting. Itokabu, you've got to carry us. You thought it was a chair? No. It was thunder in the background. Itokabu, no. You gotta get a flinch or a crit or something. Come on. The crit. Oh my god, the run lives. Oh no, Glycopod. Never mind. If Glycopod hits a first impression, we lose. Can I heal in battle? This is cheap. It's cheating, I know. But they used a Buzzwole. I don't feel bad about it. Itokabu hit him with Rock Slide. If the game lets us heal in battle, then I don't feel too bad. They could have modded that out if they thought it was too cheap. Okay, that was kind of a cheap victory. I kind of didn't deserve that win, but also... you know, I kind of went in with only 4 versus 6, so... 3 TM Earthquakes. Nice, those are actually good. Would I want to take one of these Pokemon? Yes, I would like to take one of these Pokemon, but where's the Buzzwole? Where is that Buzzwole? I want that Buzzwole. That would be much better. I'll take the Butterfree, though. That Butterfree was cracked. Yes, this is a mod, and it turns Emerald into a roguelike. Or a roguelite. I don't know the difference between the two, but... so it basically takes out all the story stuff, all the normal routes, and it randomizes everything, and you just go through and you catch Pokemon, and you get them randomly. And it has Pokemon from the later games, not just Gen 3. So, like, it's really cool, and it's really hard. It makes all the gym leaders much stronger as well. I mean, like, we just saw this random trainer had a Buzzwole, which was not good. Another random trainer had a Pheromosa. It's very difficult. Let's name our Butterfree. I always name the Butterfrees Georgie. There we go. Alright. A powerful Pokemon or a full rest stop. We're already fully healed, so we don't need to go to the full rest stop. We do need more Pokemon, though. We're scraping by, so we're gonna go here. Oh, we have to fight someone to get to even fight the Pokemon. This sucks. I don't want to battle, lady. Cracked little guy. Yeah, the Butterfree got me. I did not think the Butterfree would hit us. That's a Moltres. Please bury that bird. Okay. It wasn't that bad, but, you know, the fear was there. If our Rock Slide had missed, we lost. We just straight up lost there. And a Keldeo. That's also very bad. I'm gonna hit a knockoff. Oh, shoot, it has Justified. I was like, I want to get rid of any items it's holding. I forgot Keldeo has Justified. Yeah, I think late game Emerald Rogue maybe gets a little too cracked with it just throwing so many legendaries all over the place. I don't think it needed to throw legendaries as hard as it does, but... Well, Choji just died, and that was our only counter for Keldeo, so that's the game. We just lost, but... RIP. That's game. Is it like +4 now? Something like that. +3, I think. Justified plus workup puts it at like +3. Oh, we did take it out. Good job. I don't think we have the HP left to deal with the last 2 Pokemon, though. See, that's 3 legendaries in a row. What is this? Marshadow is Ghost and Fighting? Doesn't matter, we can't attack first. Rip Run indeed. Yep. Well, we tried. We tried. Unfortunate. We did decently well though. We made it farther than I was honestly expecting. I thought we were gonna wipe to Roxanne, so it's fine. Unfortunate, but we did try. Marshadow is cool, but I didn't want to fight it in my run. I think we would have done pretty well if it wasn't for how many legendaries it just spammed. But again, I really wasn't expecting to win, so it's pretty okay. And hey, look who's back, Stratuffy. He turned into a baby though. He's like a phoenix. When he dies, he's reborn from the ashes. Sorry. She's reborn from the ashes. The mighty phoenix. Close shop, close shop. Stream cut again? Oh no. Ew, green. Yuck. Black. It's okay. I want my blue back, though. Yeah, the pink run got pretty far, but it didn't have the juice to carry us all the way through, unfortunately. There we go, blue again. Stream's good. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately we couldn't manage to get a victory in Emerald Rogue, which is sad, but we'll come back to this another time. We did our best, and sometimes your best just isn't good enough, right? Sometimes life is just full of disappointment and everything goes wrong. And you end up fighting a Buzzwole that kills half your team. But I'm going to save the game. And like I said, we can come back to Emerald Rogue another time. Just put a save state as well. And we're going to close that. And let's go to chatting. Here we are. Nice rainy day. And yeah, so it's still a little early. Do you guys want to end the stream early, or do you want to do maybe some Pokemon tier lists? If you guys give me some stuff to rank, we can do a tier list. I think that could be fun. A fun little way to end things on a little bit more of a high note. I don't want to do a blue run. We're not going to start another run of Pokemon Emerald Rogue yet, because I want to take a bit of a break from that. Because we actually have another Pokemon project coming up that we're going to start next week. And I've actually got the teaser for that right here. Actually, kind of spoiled it earlier, but here we go. Our next Pokemon project is Pokemon Colosseum. And we're going to be going through the entire game of Pokemon Colosseum and trying to take that down. It's not going to be like a challenge run. It's just going to be a fun, chill, casual playthrough. I don't know. Maybe we could do some kind of challenge. I don't want to do a Nuzlocke with it, but maybe we could do like chat decides which Pokemon I'm allowed to use or something like that. Another option is someone who I watched play Pokemon Colosseum, or it might have been XD. They did a thing where every Pokemon they encountered that they could catch, they flipped a coin, and if the coin was tails, they didn't get to catch it. That could be cool. A way of limiting our options a little bit. I don't know, but we could do some kind of weird challenge with it, but can be kind of a chat decides kind of deal. Everything is delayed. Oh no, I'm sorry. But yes, our next run is going to be Colosseum, and we're going to start that next week. And I'm very excited for that. The goal is just to beat the main game so that we can reach the post game, because there's a different challenge I want to do that we have to be in post game for. And I figured since we're already going for post game, I might as well just stream the regular game as well. And then I have footage for that as well. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, the art looks great. Thank you. I did that all last night, actually. The art of me. I didn't draw any of the other things on the thumbnail. It's just me who I drew, and I drew all of that last night in like 5 hours. I've gotten a lot faster at drawing actually, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that's the next gameplay series, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. But until then, we've got a few other series that we're going to be doing in the meantime. A few other games. We've got Pikmin on Thursday and Sunday Stardew on Sunday, as one would surmise from the title. And yeah, to end things out, why don't we do a Pokemon tier list? Give me something that you want me to rank for Pokemon, and I'll do it. Like, I don't know, Pokemon. We could do just the games, or the starters, or box legendaries, or maybe the types or something. Give me something, and I'll do a tier list real quick. And let me find some music that we can put on, because we don't have any music playing. I forgot about that. Let me see. Let me see. Sure. Tell me if the volume's too high or too low. I'm gonna start that over again. And play 2 games with the same controls on each. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. That might be a little too difficult. You want to see me rank the starters? We could do starters. Let me pull up a starter tier list. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to turn off the teaser, and let me move myself over a little bit. I'm going to... Oop! I got cut off. My legs are missing. All right. Which Pokemon are the most autistic? Esper. S tier. Let me see. And then I'm going to do... No. Let me add a window or a browser source. And I want that to show... No. That's not what I was looking for. Sorry for the scuff. Trying to figure out which of these will give me what I'm looking for. Window capture. I think that's what I want. Properties. There we go. Here we go. We've got the starters here. Oh, that's every starter. That's including the that includes the middle and starter, the basic versions. Okay. I'm down for that. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna just rank the various starters, and now that's in the way. Okay, this music is popped out, and I don't want it. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna S, A, B, C, D, and F. Should not be E at the bottom of your tier list. That's not how it works. S tier should be blue because it's the best tier. Oop, that. Actually, F tier should be red. Because it makes me angry. A tier can be purple. Actually, A tier can be pink. B tier can be purple. There we go. There we go. Alright, so. Oh, wow. There's so many here. We've even got, like, Eevee. And Espeon and Umbreon because they're starters in Colosseum. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to do Mega Evolutions, though. That's too much. I don't want to bother with the Mega Evolutions. Alright, so Bulbasaur is like A tier. I like Bulbasaur a lot. I think Bulbasaur is madly underrated compared to the other Kanto starters. I think it's the best one of the Kanto starters. He's just a friendly little guy. He's a little cabbage boy, and he's super cute. And I also like the more supportive-oriented playstyle, bulkier, more support moves instead of like offensive. So I think it's pretty cool. I'll put Ivysaur. Ivysaur goes with it, and Venusaur, sure. They're all like more or less the same to me. I don't feel like super strongly about any of them compared to the other ones. And we got Charmander. I actually like Charmander decently. I think Charmander is fine. I think he's like a B tier Pokemon. Pink and blue are masterful colors. Yeah, yeah. I like pink and blue. But yeah, Charmander's fine. I guess I'll just say it right now. I don't like Charizard. Charizard makes me angry. Is that ukulele music? It's just like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music. There might be a ukulele in there somewhere, but I don't know what instruments they're playing exactly. Is the music okay, by the way? If it's too quiet, let me know and I'll turn it up. Oh. Oh, you can play the ukulele. That's really cool. I can't play any instruments, which is unfortunate, but that's really cool. So yeah, Charmander is like fine. I think it's really cute. I think it's still a little overrated, but it's okay. But Charizard is super overrated. And the thing is, I liked Charizard a decent amount, but it got so overhyped by Game Freak and the player base that I'm just sick of it now. So it goes in F tier. I'm just sick of Charizard. And Charmeleon's like fine. It's very whatever. It's fine. It does a good job of showing like the transition between Charmander to Charizard. But I think it could have like foreshadowed the wings a little bit more. They could have put like spikes on its shoulder or something. That would have been cool. But otherwise, it's like a fine design. It's cool. I don't know why it goes orange, red, orange. That's weird. That's, I guess, the one thing I don't like about Charmeleon is it just kind of sticks out compared to the other colors. And then Blastoise and Squirtle. Squirtle is, like, very whatever. I don't know. It's like low C tier. It's fine. I don't hate Squirtle, but it's fine. Overhyped to the gods is Charizard. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And Wartortle, I actually like Wartortle a lot. I think Wartortle's really cool. I like it more than Charmander. I think its fluffy tail and fluffy ears is like really cool. And I wish they had done something with that part of the design. It like looks like waves. I think that's really cool. I don't know why they added those and then just made them disappear. It's very weird. So Wartortle's really cool. You hate Charmeleon? I think Charmeleon's just very whatever. How did Charizard get 2 megas? Yeah, that's another example of it getting like overhyped and getting favoritism and bias, and I just don't like it. And now this is probably the most controversial opinion on the entire thing. It's maybe my most controversial opinion in all of Pokemon, and people will hate me for this. Blastoise is the worst starter. I hate this thing. I think it looks stupid. I think We Gave It a Gun is such a stupid concept for a Pokemon. I really hate it. And the thing is, the cannons, like, a turtle with cannons, I think could work. I just hate the way they implemented it. I think the cannons just look very unnatural. They come out of nowhere. They look, like, metallic, and it's not, like, a steel type or anything, so, like, that doesn't make any sense. I think that it's just really dumb. I think it would have looked better if they were, like, more natural looking and, like, actually looked like they were part of its body. And they were, like, made out of shell or something. That would have been cool. And then I'd be like, yeah, it'd be like a C or B tier, but As it is, I really don't like Blastoise, and it goes in F tier. And everyone will hate me for saying that, but it's the truth. Blastoise is just overrated. uh, I'm right, I hate you. You hate me. Very true. Um, Also, bye Carlo Ghost. So, speaking of Heart Gold Soul Silver, let's move on to the Gen 2 starters. Chikorita is fine. I don't know. I think it's like a C tier. It's okay. Stream went silly again. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Ba-dum, ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da. Man, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music is so good. Oh, you're not delayed now? Okay, that's good. So are we back now? Hopefully. It says that there's no one here on my end, but now you're chatting, so I don't know. Maybe I'm delayed. I don't know. But yeah, I think Chikorita's like a fine design. It's not like particularly good, but it's also not like particularly bad. So I'll just put it in the middle. It's a C tier Pokemon. It's fine. I feel kind of the same about Bayleaf. I don't know. It's kind of weird that they made it had a thing for Ash in the anime, but I'm not going to judge the whole species on the crime of one Pokemon in the anime, so Bayleaf can be in C tier as well. But Meganium, I actually like Meganium. I think it's a pretty cool design. I wish it was better. It what? Yeah. For some reason in the anime, they made Bayleaf have a crush on Ash. It was very weird and very uncomfortable. I don't know why they did that. But I'm not going to hold that against the whole Bayleaf species. I will not punish them all for that one weird decision in the anime. You're never using Bayleafs in cooking again? Fair. Alright, so next we got our boy Cyndaquil. I like Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's like fine. It's cute. It's just a little guy. He's like fine. He's like B. Sad because they made your favorite soup. You can still use the bay leaves. Just don't use ones that are like weird. Yeah, Cyndaquil's just a cute little guy. I don't like particularly love it, but I think he's above average. He's cute. Quilava, I'm a little less enthusiastic on. I feel like Quilava doesn't do enough. It's just like, I don't know. It really does look like the middle stage between Cyndaquil and Typhlosion, but like, I don't know. I feel like it just could be a little more interesting. Typhlosion 2, I feel like it just could be a little more interesting. It just kind of feels like the Cyndaquil line is just like each one gets a little bit bigger. I don't know. I think they could have done a little more to differentiate each one. But they're fine. I don't hate them or anything. I just think that they could be a little more interesting. Speaking of Hisuian Typhlosion, I think Hisuian Typhlosion's also kind of just in here. Again, I feel like it's the same thing, but slightly different. They didn't really try and change it that much. They just changed the color of the fire and made him look emo. So, cool, I guess. I don't know. I think they just could have done something more interesting, especially with the concept of it being like a spirit guide. They could have done a lot more cool things with it. Maybe given it like rings around its arms or something. I don't know. It's a very okay Pokemon. He's emo. He looks emo to me. Emo probably isn't the right term, but he looks emo to me, so it's fine. Alright, so Totodile. I think Totodile is probably my favorite of the Johto starters. Not that I particularly love the Johto starters, but I think Totodile is my favorite of the bunch. So, it'll go like B tier, just above Cyndaquil. They're about more or less the same. Croconaw, though, I actually like Croconaw, I think more than Typhlosion, actually. I think he's funny. He looks like a little caveman guy. And I don't know. He does look a little bit more different than Totodile. He does still look a little similar to Feraligatr. But, I don't know. I think he's, like, for a middle stage evolution, he looks kind of cool. He's you in 2020. Emo. Emo moment. And, Feraligatr also, I'm kind of just like, it's okay. It's kind of cool. One of the cooler final starters, but not, like, amazing to me. Yeah, I think you can tell that the Gen 2 starters are just kind of my least favorite across the board. They're all very okay. Trico. Trico's awesome. I like Trico a lot. Trico can go in like B tier. You're going back to your emo phase? Oh no. I hope you feel better. Or if maybe it's just a style thing. I never had like an emo phase, but like I don't know, I didn't used to be as like bright as I am now, like bright and bubbly. Not that that's maybe the perfect term to describe me, but I would say I'm more so than I used to be. But yeah, Trico's just cool. And then we got Grovyle. Grovyle's incredible. Great design. Even before Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like before Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Grovyle's like an A tier. But then you add in the Goat Grovyle from Mystery Dungeon, and he jumps up to S tier. He's just way too cool. He's like really he looks fast, right? He's supposed to be fast, and he just looks fast. Like some of the other Pokemon that are like fast, like Blaziken doesn't look fast. Infernape doesn't look fast. I mean, like they look decently fast, but they don't look like super fast. Grovyle looks fast. I think he's just like a great design. He looks sleek. He looks agile, and I don't know. He's rad. I think that's one of the less controversial things that people just like Grovyle. You got therapy, so you just relate to the style. That's good. I'm glad you're not sad. Let's see. And then Sceptile. I like Sceptile. I think Sceptile's like an A tier. I think I like it. Yeah, I think I like it more than Bulbasaur, actually. There we go. It's very funny, actually. You're going to see I like a lot of the grass types more than other types, for starters. Even though, like, grass type is not a type that I consider, like, one of my favorite types. Sorry about the fight that I had to endure yesterday? What? The fight I had to endure. Did I have a fight yesterday? I don't remember. The 40-minute one in the Pringle stream. Huh. I don't remember a fight. Oh, that. Oh, you guys going back and forth. I thought you meant, like, I got in a fight, and I was very confused. I was like, what? I don't remember being in a fight. But yeah, no worries, no worries. But yeah, I like Sceptile a lot. He's not as cool as Grovyle. Grovyle's just an icon. And he does look faster than Sceptile, which is just funny. But yeah, Sceptile's cool. I wish it was a little better. I wish it just like was Grass Dragon all the time instead of only on its Mega Evolution, but Sceptile's really cool. Sceptile with his Christmas tree tail is very cool. And then we got Torchic is very cute. I think Torchic is like an A tier. I don't know. Very fluffy, soft, cute. I'll put him right there. Yeah, that looks about right. Maybe here. It can't be bigger than Bulbasaur, though, because Bulbasaur evolves into 3 great Pokemon, and Torchic, I think Combuskin is very... I think Combuskin goes maybe above Bayleaf, actually. Less than Chikorita, but more than Bayleaf. Combuskin is very okay. Its silhouette looks naughty, so there's that. People like to make fun of its silhouette. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about Combuskin. It's very okay. I don't know. I think it's one of the designs that does look the most like dynamic between Torchic and Blaziken. It does look very different compared to both of them, but it's still not like a terribly exciting design. But it does look different, so I'll give it points for that. And Blaziken is like, I think Blaziken's like B tier. I think it's similar to Charizard where it's overrated. It's just not as overrated. I think the issue with Blaziken is it's not overrated by the fans as much as it is by Pokemon Company themselves. I think Pokemon Company themselves likes Blaziken more than the fan base does. So they give it like extra special treatment, and that's kind of stupid. Like, it got a Mega like a whole game before Sceptile and Swampert did, and that's lame. It got like special treatment just because I think the dev team likes it. That's lame. Mudkip. Everyone likes Mudkips. I heard you like Mudkips. I heard I like Mudkips. Everyone likes Mudkips. Actually, I like Mudkip more than Bulbasaur, I think. It's very cute. Very iconic design. Everyone loves Mudkip. He's just a little guy. The little guy of all time. With that said, Marshtomp. Eh. Eh. Marshtomp is... He looks like he's zoned out all the time in 3D. He did not look very good in the transition to 3D, which is unfortunate. And it's just... I mean, it does look like an in-between for Swampert and Mudkip, but it still just looks a little derpy. I'm not wild about it. And Swampert... I think I like Swampert more than for Alligator. It's cool. I don't like its Mega at all, but for its regular version, it looks fine. It looks big and bulky. It looks pretty strong. And, yeah, it's just not my favorite design, but I don't have anything against it either, so it can go in C tier. It's, like, average. Any version of Mudkip is an F for you. Interesting. I think you're the first person I've heard who doesn't like Mudkip, but to be fair, I'm also the only person who doesn't like Blastoise, so... Yeah, more few like Mudkip. Everyone likes Mudkip, except Punted, apparently. Let me think. Now we're on to the Gen 4 starters. Gen 4 was my first Pokemon game, so I have the most nostalgia for these guys. Water. Drink of water. Drink water, guys. Don't forget. I forget. Let me see. Turtwig is my least favorite of the Sinnoh trio, but I still like it. I still like Turtwig. I still like Turtle. That's his name. He's just Turtle. Turtwig is good. I like it. He's my least favorite, but he's still cute. He's just a silly little guy. Actually, you know what? I like Turtle. I like Turtwig more than Blaziken. And more than Cyndaquil. Actually, you know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, actually, I like Turtwig more than, like, a lot of these. Yeah, I'm moving Turtwig up. I don't like it more than Wartortle, but I do like it more than Charmander. And Grotle. Grotle, it's just kind of an issue. A lot of the middle stage Pokemon just look kind of whatever. They're like, yep, this is the in-between between these two Pokemon. It's there. It's not... Grotle isn't that special, but it's also not bad or anything, so... I don't know. I like it more than those guys. And Torterra... I like Torterra... I like it more than Blaziken. I think I like it a little bit less than Meganium. I think Meganium with the flower looks really pretty. And Torterra looks kind of cool, but he's not like... Torterra's a really cool concept. Honestly, I could go either way on on Meganium or Torterra. I think they're about right next to each other. I'll let Meganium be slightly above it, just so that my Gen 4 bias is not too high. Pringles went live right now. I don't know how to raid, actually. I don't know how to do that. But yes, I'm going to do that to Blaziken. Blaziken is just kind of okay. It's an above-average Pokemon. Let's see. Chimchar. Chimichurri. I like Chimchar a lot, actually. I think Chimchar's like A tier. Yeah. Chimchar was my first Pokemon. It gets like bonus points for that. It's not my favorite of the Sinnoh starters anymore. That would be Piplup. In fact, I'll just go ahead and say Piplup is S tier. But Chimchar gets bonus points just because it was my first one. Chimchar goes in D tier. No, he's just a silly little monkey guy. He's just a silly monkey. He just goes, ooh, ah. I love Chimchar. Yeah, I like Chimchar. My Gen 4 bias is very much on display here, but, like, I like Chimchar. Monferno, though... Monferno is, like, a C tier. I like Monferno more than Grotle, but, like, less than these guys. Again, just awkward middle stage. And then Infernape is awesome. I like Infernape a lot. Infernape's, like, an A tier. I like it more than Sceptile. Unpopular opinion, I like Infernape more than Sceptile. Again, Chimchar was my first Pokemon, so I like it a lot. I think Infernape is awesome. I used it on my first ever competitive team. Infernape's just cool. That was before the firefighting trend got kind of worn down, so I think it was still kind of cool at the time. And I'm down with it. Prinplup, again, Prinplup is just one of those middle stage evolutions that isn't like that exciting. But I do think it's one of the better ones. I like it like more than Blaziken still, but less than Cyndaquil. It's not as cute as Cyndaquil, so Cyndaquil gets a little bonus. But then we got Empoleon, and Empoleon also S tier. Empoleon is one of the greatest ever made. I love Empoleon. He's an Emperor Penguin. He looks like an Emperor. If they don't do an Emperor Napoleon evolution for it in the Legends ZA, I'm going to be very disappointed. Yeah, Empoleon is just so cool. Water Steel is a cool type combination. You can build it in a bunch of ways. You can build it pure physical. You can build it special. You can build it bulky. You can build it as a defog supporter. It has so many move options. I think it's like super flexible, so you can do a lot of different things with it. And the design is just so cool. It's got like its beak becomes like the 3-horned crown. That's so cool. It still has that like Emperor Penguin black and white color scheme, so it still fits in that regard. But it's got that blue trim that makes it still like, yeah, that's a water type. I don't know. Everything about it is just so cool. I love that design. It's like an S tier design, even before you factor in the fact that it's also like amazing in battle and everything. Very cool Pokemon. You don't like the character? I mean, like, the character is kind of... You just kind of project the character you want onto them. Snivy. Snivy's awesome. I think Snivy is like an A tier. I don't like it as much as Torchic. It's not quite as cute as Torchic, but Snivy's cool. I like Snivy. Back before we had the name for it, I remember people called it Smugleaf. And it sure does look smug, so there's that. Servine, awkward, middle stage. I think it's actually less interesting than these guys, actually. I think it's less interesting than the Johto starters. But Serperior's awesome. I think Serperior's, like, up here. This regal grass snake that just, like, looks down on you. Very cool concept. It's got its little arms folded behind its back. I wish it had more move slot options. I think that's the only thing really bad about it. But, like, it's got, like, one really good set where it runs, like, Contrary and Leaf Storm. And, like, it's a gimmick, but it's a really funny gimmick. So I like it a lot. It does also have some other options, like Coil and Glare to support. But, yeah, for the most part, it's not, like, super amazing in combat or anything. But I think the design alone just kind of carries it. Very awesome regal grass snake. Then we got Bacon. Tepig is cool. I like Tepig. I think it's like a B tier. It's not as good as Prinplup, but it's fine. Pignite. Does anyone really like Pignite that much? He's kind of just okay. A little underwhelming, I think. A little doofy looking, but I mean, it is a big pig, so there's that. And then we got Emboar. I actually like Emboar a lot. It's based off of the Journey to the West, which is really cool. And it was my starter in Black and White. But it's also kind of just slow and bulky. It's unwieldy. It's not, like, super amazing. I like it more than Blaziken, though, because I think Blaziken's overrated. But it's not, like... It's definitely not, like, the most amazing starter ever. It's not as good as, like, Empoleon and Infernape. But I think it's a little overhated... whereas Blaziken is overrated. But you're really critical for some reason. No, that's fine. Like, again, like, I hate Blastoise. Sometimes you're just critical, and that's okay. Then we got Oshawott. Oshawott's super cute. I don't think it's as cute as some people think, but I think it can chill up here with Snivy. Is Oshawott better than Snivy? No, I think I like Snivy slightly more, but they're about the same. They're both good. Good designs. Duat is actually a really good middle stage starter. I think I like Duat a lot. I think I like it more than Ivysaur. It's like a samurai, like not like a Shogun samurai, but like a rank and file samurai, and it uses the shell as a blade. I think it looks really cool. It's very unique as a design. And it looks very different compared to Oshawott and Samurott, while still looking like it's the in-between stage. So it gets bonus points for that. I think it's just a really good middle stage that doesn't look like Oshawott, but bigger. It does to an extent, but it's not as bad as a lot of the others like Charmeleon or even like Wartortle. So, I don't know. I like Duod a lot. He looks kind of like an axolotl. He's an otter, but they are very cute. And then we got the Samurotts. I like Samurott a lot. I'm kind of sad that the Hisuian version is so much better than the regular version because I actually like the regular version's color scheme more. Because the shell actually looks like shell, so it looks more natural and like part of its body, and it matches with the pre-evolutions. But the Hisuian version's just like better. But shiny Hisui in Samurott has like a white shell that looks more natural, so I'm gonna put them both like at the same place. They're both about the same for me. I think they're just really cool, and I'm glad that the Hisuian version finally made it like actually good in battle, because Samurott's one of those Pokemon that I really like, but was never like that good. I'm gonna put it up here in A. Do I like it? I like it slightly less than Leaf Snake, but only slightly. I like them both about the same. Let's see. Chespin. Unpopular opinion, Chespin isn't that bad. It's not like F tier. I don't think it's like that great either. I'm gonna put it like here. I like it not as good as Chikorita, but more than like Combusken. Quilladin though, Quilladin's D tier. The only thing, I think the main reason that I'm not putting Quilladin in F is that I feel bad for it because everyone else would put it in F. So I'm going to give it a little bit of mercy and I'm going to put it in D tier. Chespin is cute. You really like Chespin? I feel like Chespin doesn't have as much support. I think it's overhated, but I don't think it's like super amazing either. But Chestnut, I actually like Chestnut a lot. Again, unpopular opinion, I think it's better than Blaziken. It's just like a really cool armadillo knight. He looks cool. He looks intimidating. He's not that great because fighting grass is like not a great combo, but I don't know. I think he's cool. Not over Blaziken. Blaziken's the punching bag here. Even though I put these two in F tier, but Blaziken's the one that I'm using. It's like he's the gatekeeper for B tier. Like he's the bottom of B tier. Everyone else is like getting put above him. I feel bad. I'm not trying to pick on Blaziken. I just like, I don't know. Blaziken's like a good benchmark for like, is this Pokemon like, do I like this Pokemon above average or just like average? You love Blaziken so much. It's okay. I just don't think it's like that amazing. He's got those silly little flared pants that look like he stepped out of the 60s. Fennekin, oh my god, Fennekin is so cute. I love Fennekin. A tier. A tier. You know, A tier. There we go, Fennekin. And Braxian is so cute too. I'm gonna get made fun of for this, but Braxian, A tier. Yeah, A tier. I thought about putting in S, honestly. It's A tier. But Braxian is so cute. It's this like little fox magical girl. That's such a cute combo. Fox, magical girl, fire type, perfect. Delphox sucks. I'm so mad about it. Delphox is such an ugly design. It was so cute with these two, and then it turns into this. And it's just so underwhelming. It's so ugly. I get what they were going for. I just think it's disappointing. And so I'm putting it like D tier. It's like, you know what? Maybe like top of D tier. It's like, I get what they were going for, and it's more of just my expectations not matching what they were going for. I just think it's sad that they had such a cute design combo with these two, and then Delphox is just kind of big and bulky and ugly, and the colors aren't there. It looks very dark and not bright and cute like these ones. So, Delphox to D tier. Sorry. Froakie. I think Froakie's design is overrated. It's just okay. I'm going to put it like... I think Chespin is cuter than Froakie, honestly. Yeah, unpopular opinion. I think Froakie is just not as cute as Chespin. It's fine. It looks like he's Benjamin Franklin with those bubbles on his nose that look like glasses. He's fine. Frogadier, also just kind of fine. But then, like, we've got to give it up for Greninja. Greninja's an awesome design. I think it's sad that it got way more love than the other two starters in its gen, but, like, it is an awesome design. I do like the design a lot. Its shiny is incredible. And it's, like, awesome in battle, too, so, like, I'll put Greninja, like, A tier. Low A tier. It is a little overrated, which kind of prevents me from wanting to put it, like, mid A tier, but Greninja's just cool. Like, I respect it. It's overrated like Charizard, but like, I respect it and I like it. And it doesn't get shilled as much, so it's fine. Ash Greninja is not a real thing. I refuse to rank it. I refuse to acknowledge it as such. That's not a real thing. It was made up for the anime. Yeah, Greninja is just such a stupidly cool design. Like, it should not work. It has a tongue as a scarf, and somehow that makes it cooler. It just, like, fits on all levels. It's so thematic. It's like, it's overrated, but I can't be mad about it because it's like, yeah, this design is just awesome. Whereas, like, Charizard is cool looking, but, like, at the end of the day, it's just a dragon. Like, we've got a lot of dragons. It's not a super unique design. It's not super creative. It's just a big dragon. It's like, why is Charizard so much more popular than, say, I don't know, Salamence or Dragonite, you know? Like, those are popular Pokemon too, but they're not, like, face of the series popular. Charizard's only like, got starter status over them. And I feel like its design is not creative enough to warrant how popular it is. Your Crystal Bud? I don't know, which Pokemon that is, but, Pokemon from Crystal. There's a decent number of them. Oh, Dragonair? Yeah, Dragonair is a really cool design. I put Dragonair, like, it's not a starter, but if I were putting it on the list, it'd be like A or S, somewhere in there. Very cool design. I've always liked Dragonair a lot. I explain why you hate Charizard but love Greninja despite both of them being super popular. Yeah, honestly, if you had asked me 5 minutes ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to explain it. But, like, as I'm talking about it, it's, like, making sense in my head. I'm like, huh, that's why I don't like Charizard, but I do like Greninja. It's because Greninja is, like, a really unique design. It's very different, and it feels like it earns that popularity it gets. But Charizard is just a dragon. It doesn't feel like it did anything to earn it other than being the first fire Pokemon. The first big dragon Pokemon, you know? I get why people like it, but I don't think it's really done anything unique. Let's see. Oh, we're here. We're here. Bird. Oop. Bird to S. Bird to S. No, Piplup, I'm sorry. You're great too, but Bird to S. Sun and Moon designs are the best in the series. They sure are. Rowlet, my beloved. The best Pokemon. I love Rowlet so much. It's so cute. He's so round. He's got a little bow tie. What can you hate about Rowlet? It's like the perfect Pokemon design. It's so cute. I love him so much. Grassburb, my beloved. I want a Rowlet plush so bad. I think I put one on my wish list, actually. But yeah, they're very round. They're very cute. I love them so much. They're so cute. Dartrix. Unpopular opinion, I also really like Dartrix. It's somewhere in A tier. I think it's below Braxian. Maybe below Fennekin too, but like I think I like it more than Charizard or Charmander. More than Charizard, a lot more than Charizard. Dartrix is just really cool. He looks like a he's supposed to be more like a preppy rich kid, I think. He's got like the bow tie, he's got like the finely detailed hair, but then he like throws darts. Very cool. But like to me, instead of looking like a rich kid or something, he looks like a butler. And I'm like, it makes me think of Sebastian from Black Butler where he throws the knives. That's Dartrix throwing the leaves at people. I think he's just a really cool design. He's very unique. He doesn't look like Rowlet or Decidueye, but he does look like he goes in between them, which again is something that I really like, where like you can see how it got Fennekin, Braxian, Delphox, but like they all look very different from each other. They have like a very unique design on each of them. That's how I feel about Dartrix and Rowlet too, and Decidueye. So I really appreciate that. I think that's like really cool when they get something like that. And then Decidueye, you can see this coming. Decidueye, also an S tier. I love Decidueye. I like you can see like I really like birds apparently. Decidueye is just such a cool concept. It's an owl, one of my favorite animals. It's an archer. It's got the hood, so it's perfect for Hoodie Angel Brandy. It's just so cool. The only thing disappointing about it are its stats. It's like move pool is actually really good. It's similar to Empoleon, where it's got a lot of really cool moves. It's got like Spirit Shackle, it's got Leaf Blade, it's got Defog, but its stats hold it back a lot because it's got like no speed. It's like, I think it's like one of the fastest Alolan Pokemon, but it's still at like a really bad speed tier where it's not really that fast. And it's just kind of held back by that, which is really unfortunate. Its ability Long Reach is also kind of mid. Unfortunately, it's like, it's good if you want to fight Ferrothorn, but like, why are you using Decidueye to fight Ferrothorn? Like, okay, cool, I guess. It's not that helpful. It's like a thematic hidden ability, but it's not a very good one, which is unfortunate. Decidueye is just kind of sad because it's like, it's so close to being like an awesome, incredible like battler, and it just falls short. But I'm not going to hold that against it because everything else about it is just so cool. Such a cool design. Oh, Sableye. Sableye is really cool too, yeah. Sableye is very popular. A lot of people love Sableye. He's not my favorite, but I do like it. You like it when the middle evolutions have a gimmick like the Owl Guy? Yeah. Yeah, he's got a very cute gimmick of just like throwing the darts and everything. A lot of the other middle evolutions are just kind of, yeah, it's the starter but bigger. But Dartrix feels very unique and very different. All of the Rowlet line feels very different. And then we got Hisuian Decidueye. And I'm going to actually rate Hisuian Decidueye a little bit lower in like A tier. I do like it. I think it's really cool that they took the concept of this owl that's like a roaming, wandering Robin Hood type character and like helps out people like a Robin Hood. And they adapted that for Ancient Sinnoh into like a wandering Ronin samurai, which is really cool. But I don't know. They did that and then they didn't give it a sword, which is just a weird choice. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is that like it fights by like kicking things instead of like actually slicing things with like Leaf Blade or anything. That's unfortunate. And then like it's got that like triple arrow raid attack or something instead of like a sword ability. But like it's no longer an archer, so that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they did that. But overall, it's still a really cool design. And I really wish that what they had done with the shinies instead was Decidueye's shiny colors were Hisuian Decidueye's colors, and then Hisuian Decidueye's shiny colors were regular Decidueye's colors. That would have been really cool. But I do like the color palette a lot. It looks very, it's like it got that autumn themed color, which is just very nice and helps differentiate a lot compared to the other versions. Where a lot of the other starters, like, where are you? Where are you? There you are. This guy's got like purple fire, but the body is still like more or less the same color palette. And where's the other one? Yes, you. And Samurott, like, same thing. The body is like the same color, but then it, like, just kind of changed the shell colors. I don't know. Well, I guess realistically, Hisuian Decidueye still got that white-brown color palette. But I don't know, the red and yellow is more of a drastic change compared to the green. So it feels different to me. But I guess realistically, it's not that big of a change like the other ones. So, I don't know. Rambling, I guess. Sableye is for the people with autism. He is a little gremlin guy, huh? He's like a sneaking snacks out of the kitchen fridge at 3 a.m. kind of guy, huh? And then we got, let's see, Litten. Hold on, I'm going to get some more water. Okay, Litten. Litten's very cute. I like it. Um, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about Litten's design. It's just cute. It's my least favorite of the bunch, but I still of the Sun and Moon trio. Actually, no. Actually, I do like it more than Poplio, but that's not taking into account their evolutions. I think Litten is just like very solid. I think it's like a B tier Pokemon. It looks cool. It looks kind of mysterious. With that said, I'm not particularly wild about the direction they took it. Torracat is also just kind of okay. I think it's like here. Actually, I like it less than Monferno. More than Monferno, less than for Alligator. It's fine. This is a very good example of what I mean, though, where it's Litten but bigger. Like, it got a ball on its chest, and then the spike got bigger, and then its body got bigger. It's not that different looking, which is a little unfortunate. And then, yes, they made the cat buff. We have Incineroar. I'm so sad. It could have been like a really cool, like, saber-toothed tiger Pokemon, which would have been awesome. I would have loved that design. But instead they made it a big furry wrestler, which is a decision that they did. It's not one that I particularly love. But yes, the design is iconic, and it got into Smash. And honestly, I'm not wild about it in Smash because I think that spot should have gone to Decidueye. I think Decidueye was robbed. With that said, I think Incineroar looks really cool in Smash Bros. And that gives it a buff. I think it goes in B tier. I've come around a little bit more on Incineroar since then. I think it does have a lot of personality. I think it's an interesting concept. I'm just sad because it could have been this awesome four-legged saber-toothed tiger Pokemon, and that would have been so cool. And instead we got Furbait, and that's sad. But it is like putting aside the fact that like I think it could have just been so much cooler. I think the design is still pretty good. About Blaziken, yes, yes, yes. Above Blaziken, I know, but like I don't know. I think Incineroar does have personality. I think it is very unique as a design. Even if it's not one that I particularly love, I do think it's still an above-average design, and I still do appreciate it, even if it's not for me, you know? And then we got Poplio. I did not like Poplio at all when it came out. It's grown on me a little bit since then, but, like, the clown nose, I don't like the clown nose. I think Poplio's, like, C tier. Throwing one of your favorite characters into the punching bag, or into a punching ring. Yeah. It's not Blaziken's fault. It's just like the very base of above average. It's just like slightly above average. So it's a good baseline to decide where things go. It's nothing personal against Blaziken. But yeah, I think Poplio is like, it's fine. It's grown on me a little bit. I would have put it in like D tier when it first came out. Actually, maybe even F tier because I thought the clown nose was just stupid. But it has grown on me. With that said, Brioni is, like, way better. And I think this is, like... Where do I put Brioni? Honestly, I think it's right below Trico. Maybe about tied with Trico. I'm sorry. The buff cat is just slightly better than Blaziken. Just consider it like this. Maybe you can think about it like this. Blaziken and Incineroar are tied, but Incineroar gets a buff to its placement because it's in Smash Bros. Think of it like that, if that makes you feel a little better. But yeah, Brioni is like really cute. I really like it. Again, it's just kind of held back by that clown nose. I don't like the clown nose, and I don't think it goes with the design at all. I just don't see why it's there. Honestly, you remove the clown nose, and I think like the whole line goes up several placements. But then we have Primarina, and it still has the clown nose, but it's the smallest compared to its body, so it's less noticeable. And Primarina's just awesome, honestly. Primarina's an S tier. It's an awesome design. It's so pretty. It's such a cool concept of a sea siren. Um, it's fairy type. I love the fairy type. Fairy type, best type. Is that our only fairy type starter, actually? Huh. Yeah, I think it's our only fairy type. That's sad. Um, but, like, it's just such a cool concept. It's so pretty. Its shiny turns yellow, which is also really, really unique for water types, I feel. They didn't just go with another shade of blue, which would have been sad. And they also didn't just make it pink, which would have also been very easy to do for a feminine design. They just went with something very different, and I appreciate that a lot. I think the one thing I dislike about Brioni, or not Brioni, Primarina, is its ability Liquid Voice is just kind of a little underwhelming, I think. I think they should have given it Pixelate, honestly. Liquid Voice is just not as good as Pixelate, but, like, it's fine. I just think it's not as good as it could have been. It could have been buffed a little bit more, but other than that, Primarina is, like, amazing. Honestly, if it were the only thing holding it back in terms of which Pokemon I pick for my playthroughs is the fact that it's in the same generation as Decidueye. If it were in any other generation than Gen 7, I would always pick Primarina as my starter. Because obviously if it's the water starter, it's not going to be in the same gen as Empoleon. So it doesn't have to compare against Empoleon. And the only thing holding it back is that it has to compare against Decidueye, which is my favorite starter. So, I'm going to pick Decidueye over it. But other than that, Primarina is like S tier. It's like so good. Any other game, it would be my go-to starter. Oh boy, Gen 8. Grookey is a Pokemon. Yeah, honestly, I'm not wild about Grookey. I know the Grookey gang has its supporters, but I'm just not one of them. If I want Silly Monkey, we've already got Chimchar. I don't know. Grookey just doesn't do it for me. It's not that exciting. It's a little cute, so I'm not going to put it, like, lower than D, but... I thought about putting it, like, next to Popplio, but honestly, no, I still like Popplio more. Better than Chimchar? No! No, Chimchar's adorable. Chimchar is the original funny monkey. Thwackey to D tier, who cares? Does anyone like Thwackey? I mean, it does look different than Rillaboom and Grookey, I'll give it that, but, like, it doesn't do anything particularly interesting. Oh, you know what, actually... The drumsticks in its hair is actually kind of cool. You know what? I like that concept. I'm going to move it up. There you go. It's a little bit higher in D tier. I like a cat over Blaziken. Yes. Yes, the cat goes above Blaziken. It's not up for debate. Rillaboom. Okay. I didn't like Rillaboom when I first saw it. I thought it was really stupid, but... It's actually kind of an okay design. I think the fact that it summons drums out of nowhere is really stupid, though. So that kind of holds me back from liking it that much, because it's like kind of the same thing with like Squirtle, or Blastoise rather, where it just gets these things out of nowhere and I'm not wild about it. But I do like it more. I think Rillaboom goes up... Honestly, it can go like C tier. It's fine. It's not like a design I'm particularly ecstatic about, but honestly, it's better than I originally gave it credit for. Again, I just think that instead of, like, making drums appear out of nowhere, they could have just leaned into, like, the gorillas pounding on their chest thing, and just made it use its chest as a drum. It doesn't need to have a physical drum set. Just use its body as part of the drum. That makes it more animalistic, and feels more of a Pokemon rather than just, like, a character. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but I think Rillaboom is like a really cool concept that's held back by modern Pokemon design choices, for lack of a better term. And Scorbunny, oh my goodness, Scorbunny is so cute. I love Scorbunny. He's just a little guy. Banui, is Banui S tier? No, Banui's... Actually, yeah, Banui's S tier. Sorry, Banui's S tier. I love Scorbunny. It's so cute. What a cute design. What a cute little guy. He's just energetic and happy and silly. Love the rabbits. Cinderace. Benui is so good. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about putting uh, uh, Score Bunny lower, but honestly, I think it's just such a cute design. It's got a lot of colors going on despite being mostly white, so it's not like boring to look at, but it's not like too overboard either. I don't know, it's very cute. And Raboot. Oh, Raboot. I love Raboot. This is such a cool design. He looks like he's wearing a little hoodie. I think that's so adorable. He's got like the little pouch on the front of his stomach, where the pouch on a hoodie would go. Like you can see right on me, right next to that star on my waist. There's the little pouch. He has like a similar thing where his fur makes a little pouch, and it looks so cute. It's like a little rabbit wearing a hoodie, and he's like all sporty, but he's like also kind of aloof. It's so cute. He's like an emo teenager. He's going through his rebellious phase. It's such a cute character design choice. I absolutely love it. And then we got Cinderace, and like Cinderace isn't bad, but like it's just unfortunate because it doesn't measure up to Score Bunny and Raboot, where I think it's like these are peak design, and then Cinderace is like it's that same thing with Rillaboom, where they were like, he's a drummer, so he needs to have drums, and so they went out of their way to make it drums so that you know for a fact that it's like he's got drums. But Cinderace, it's like they're like he kicks things. He's like a rabbit, and he fights with his legs, so he's got to be a soccer player, and we have to go out of our way to hammer in the design choice that it's a soccer player. It feels like they went too overboard with the design, and so I'm like, I like Cinderace, but it's just not as good. It's disappointing compared to these other two. And honestly, I think that holds it back for me. I think I'm going to put it in like high B tier. It's like an okay design, but like, I don't know. I wish they had kept this concept more. Going full in on the soccer bunny is just a little too much for me. But I still do like Cinderace. It's more held back by Raboot being like one of the most perfect Pokemon designs ever made. In fact, I'm actually going to move Raboot up. I like it more than Grovyle. Sorry. I like it more than Grovyle. Raboot is like the peak Pokemon. It's one of the best Pokemons ever designed. And we got Sobble. Unpopular opinion, I think the Sobble line is stupid. I don't think they're cute. I think they're just kind of directionless. I feel like they didn't really know what to do with it. Like, it cries, and then it's emo, and then it's a sniper for some reason. What's the through line here? I don't get it. Maybe there's like a thing that I'm missing, but honestly, I just feel like it's like they just threw like three very different ideas together, and they were like, yeah, there you go. That's the Pokemon line. I don't like Sobble. Even the design, even putting that aside, the designs just also don't do anything for me. So, like, honestly, Sobble and C. This guy is, like, D tier. Inteleon is, like... Honestly, Inteleon's F. No, I'll be generous. I'll put it in D tier. It's not, like, overhyped or anything. But, like, I also just don't like the design that much. You love that line? I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't see the appeal to it. The Sobble line does nothing for me. And now we're on to Gen 9, which is the only generation I haven't played, actually. Actual hater? Yes, I'm an actual hater. Sorry. I'm here with the Pokemon hot takes. Blaziken's a bottom B tier, Blastoise is an F, and Raboot is the best middle stage starter evolution over Grovyle. All very hot takes, I'm sorry. Okay, so Gen 9 is the one generation I haven't played myself, but based off design, Sprigatito is super freaking cute. I love this design so much. It's like A tier. I think it's so adorable. And honestly, I'm a bit disappointed with the direction they went with it. Hold on. Actually, I need to bring up a visual reference for this. Oh, wait. Okay. It'll change. Okay, I don't need to do that. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. Um, so Sprigatito is super adorable. But then, because for some reason we're not allowed to just have a quadrupedal cat, oh, what do you know? It's standing on two legs now. Why? I don't know. But it is. And honestly, it's just disappointing. I don't think the design is like bad, but I don't think it's like that interesting either. Yeah, it's like bottom C tier, honestly. It's just. Why'd they do that? And then we got Meowscarada, which I'll admit the cat magician is kind of an interesting angle, and funny enough, after this happened, we got Linny, who is my favorite Genshin character, and is a cat magician, so I kind of feel like I gotta give it props for predicting that, I guess. um, so I haven't played it, but I hear Meowscarada is actually pretty decent. I'm gonna put it in like B tier. Oh, you're gonna be so mad. You're gonna be so mad at me. It's a Blaziken. Honestly, actually, I think I like it more than like Emboar too. Yeah, that looks about right. Um, Meowscarada is cool, but this is what I wanted to see, actually. This is the exact... If they had made this the Pokemon, the final evolution of Sprigatito, this should have been... This is what Sprigatito should have evolved into. This right here. This is the perfect design for a grass cat. This would have been a 10 out of 10. They could have just copy-pasted it. They would have gotten sued by Konami. I don't even care. This is what I wanted. This is what Sprigatito should have evolved into. This is what Meowscarada should have been. And I'm going to be forever upset that we did not get this. Naturia Beast is just the perfect concept for a grass tiger. And it's so cool. And we did not get that. And I will forever be upset about that. And that prevents Meowscarada from going any higher than where I put it. I'm sorry. It's just... We could have had it all. We could have had it all, and what we got was just very okay. Alright, next we have Fuecoco. I don't like Fuecoco that much, honestly. I think it's kind of a weird guy. It's like a crocodile apple. I think he's actually supposed to be a pepper, but honestly, he looks more like an apple to me. But he's not bad either. Like, he's not... I'm not wild about it, but I don't hate it either. I like it more than Grookey, for sure. He goes there. And the middle... I don't think I ever actually saw the middle evolution of this guy. I never saw Fuecoco's middle evolution. I only saw the final form. I've never seen the middle stage. He looks very silly. Honestly, he actually looks so silly that I kind of like him. I'm going to move him up, actually. For a middle stage starter, he's actually very silly. He looks very fun. Yeah, you know what? I like him right there. I think he looks like a silly little guy. I like him. He's just fun. He looks like he's ready to party. I'm down. And then we got Skeledirge, right? That's this guy's name? I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. Again, haven't played Gen 9. But I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Skeledirge. And this design is actually really awesome. Like, this thing slaps. Honestly, he goes up in A tier. Just off design alone, this thing is awesome. I don't know if I like it as much as Greninja, but I do like it. That design is awesome. I would still probably choose Meowscarada, but if I played Scarlet Violet, which I think I did put on my list of games I do want to get eventually, I think I'd still lean towards Meowscarada, but if we just take into account the final evolution, this guy's the best. I think he's the coolest one. He looks so cool. Very awesome design. Oh boy. Jojo Duck. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Duck. I'm gonna get hate for this one. I don't like it. I don't like the JoJo memes that came from it. I don't like it. I think he looks silly. This one is worse. I don't like it. This guy is also... I don't like it. I don't like the ducks. I'm sorry. I just don't. We already had a perfectly good water bird. We didn't need the ducks. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are probably upset, but I don't like the water ducks. They're very whatever to me. I'm not wild about them. I guess Pikachu is technically a starter. Where does Pikachu go? Honestly, it's iconic. I respect it being a mascot more than Charizard because like Pikachu was the series mascot, so it like deserves to be in the spotlight. But like honestly, Pikachu is just very whatever. It's like cute. Sometimes I like it, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I know it's the mascot, but you're allowed to use other Pokemon for advertising. Please stop using Pikachu for everything. I don't know. I get burnt out on Pikachu sometimes, but I think it's more understandable than Charizard, where Charizard is not the series mascot. Despite what they try and tell you, Charizard is not the mascot. Pikachu is. So I'm more accepting of it with Pikachu. And then Eevee. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I love Eevee. Everyone loves Eevee. He goes an S. Yeah, he's an S. Again, I don't even know if these count. They're not technically starter Pokemon, but sure. I'm not gonna rank Espeon and Umbreon. They're the starters for Colosseum and XD, but like Eevee's already there. Do you guys want me to rank the Espeon and Umbreon in the Megas? If you want me to, I'll do it, but I don't consider these guys starters. I did rank the Hisuian form, so I guess I should. What do you guys think? Do you guys want me to rank these guys? I can do them real quick. Water. What do you guys think? Do you guys want me to rank them? Let me know. I'll give it a few more seconds. The stream might also be delayed. That might be it. Yes, rank them. Okay. If you guys want me to rank them, I'll do it real quick. Elfie. Espeon. Elfie. Elfie is its Japanese name, by the way. You need to know? Okay. I like Espeon a lot. Again, I don't really consider Espeon and Umbreon starters, but I like Espeon a lot. It was really good in Gen 5, actually, when it got its hidden ability, and then it kind of dropped off, which is unfortunate, but Espeon is really cool. It goes in, like, A tier. Honestly, Umbreon, Japanese name Blackie, also goes in A tier. I feel like they're both just, like, really good. I just like them. Like, what can I say? The evolutions, if all the evolutions were here, like, all of them would be, like, A tier to S tier. Honestly, I'm kind of just ranking them lower because I don't feel like they're real starters. They're starters only in Colosseum. That's the only game they're starters in, which doesn't feel like they're starters. It's like the Pokemon Ranger games have starters like Pachirisu, but we don't count Pachirisu as a starter. In Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, you can start as a Skitty, but Skitty isn't considered a starter. So, to me, it just feels weird to rank Umbreon and Espeon in here, but, like, I like them. They're cool. They don't feel like starters, so it feels weird to put them higher than all these other guys. So they go in A tier. Mega Venusaur. Honestly, Mega Venusaur, it's really good, and I like Venusaur a lot, but I feel like Mega Venusaur is just kind of a boring design. It didn't change that much. I'm going to put Mega Venusaur, like, up here in B tier. I wish the design was more interesting. It's just Venusaur but bigger, which is, again, an issue I have with a lot of the middle stage starters, where it's like, this is a Litten but bigger. This is a Venusaur but bigger, so design of all time. This one also, Charizard. This one's Charizard Y, I think? Mega Charizard Y. Mega Charizard Y is okay. But again, it has that same issue where I feel like it's just Charizard but bigger. They made the spikes and the wings bigger and spikier. I don't know. You know what? Actually, I'm putting it in F tier. I thought about putting it in D tier just because, like, it's not as overrated as Charizard. But then I remembered, why did Charizard get 2 Megas? It didn't deserve 2 Megas. It doesn't do anything unique to deserve 2 Megas. Why does this one exist? This one didn't need to exist. This one at least justifies its existence to me because it's very different from regular Charizard. This one is just Charizard but bigger. This one doesn't need to exist. If it had only 1 Mega, it would fix a lot of my issues because it would just have this one, which is very unique, very different from regular Charizard, so it feels like an actual change. And it wouldn't have 2, so we wouldn't have Charizard but bigger. And it would only have 1 Mega now, so it wouldn't have special treatment over all the other Kanto starters, which would feel more balanced. So this one just does not need to exist, and I don't like it. Mega Charizard X. I hate to say it, Charizard's overrated as heck, but, like, this design is very cool. I do like it. I'll put it up here. It's like, it's a cool design. It's still Charizard, but it is a cool design. I think it's very cool for a Mega. I like it when the Megas do something a little more unique and different than just Venusaur but bigger or Charizard but bigger. And Mega Blastoise. I'm sorry, it's even worse than regular Blastoise because it just got a third cannon out of nowhere. The cannon on its shoulders disappeared. Now they're on its wrists. What happened with this thing? They don't know what they're doing with this. None of this looks natural. I do not like it. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion, I just do not like Blastoise at all. Very bad. Then we got Mega Blaziken. Actually, no, we got Mega Sceptile next. Sceptile. Honestly, Mega Sceptile, it looks cool, but I actually like it a little bit less than regular Sceptile, I think. Because I feel like it looks too similar. I wish they had changed up more of it. Again, it's similar to that thing with Venusaur where it just didn't change enough. And for that, I'm actually going to put it like right next to Mega Venusaur. I just wish they had gotten crazier with the design, made it more interesting. Mega Blaziken. I actually like Mega Blaziken more than regular Blaziken because I think they leaned more into the martial artist vibes. They gave it like these bandanas, these like streaming flame bandanas. So it looks a little more unique compared to like, I mean, like it's still Blaziken, it's noticeably Blaziken, but it does feel like they changed it a little bit. So I like it a little bit more. You know what? Just for you, I'll put it above Incineroar. It's also really strong because it's got speed boost, which is annoying, but it's a very good Pokemon. So I'll give it. I'll put Incineroar right between the two Blazikens. And then Mega Swampert. Honestly, I'm not wild about it because it's all muscular, which I'm not wild about. But it looks like what Swampert should have just been to begin with, because now when you put Swampert between next to Mega Swampert, it just makes Swampert feel like very weak by comparison. Honestly, I think I like it more than regular Swampert. It's just big and buff, and I kind of appreciate it, even if it's not a thing that I really normally like. And I'm not going to rank Ash Greninja. That is not a real Pokemon. That does not exist. That was a gimmick for marketing. I refuse to recognize its existence. But here we go. There we go. So there's the final tier list. What do you mean above Blaziken? Yes, I put Blaziken above Blaziken. What, do you want me to rank Blaziken lower than Blaziken? I'm above the buff cat. No, I can't. I think about regular Blaziken and I'm just so underwhelmed. We got Mega Blaziken here. I'm pretty happy with this list, I think. Yeah, I like this. I got my S tiers, Undisputed. We got the A tiers. I could maybe move Umbreon and Espeon up higher again, but like, they're not real starters. They're not real starters. I don't feel good putting them in there. Well, you know what? Actually, maybe I'll change that. All right. We'll reflect it a little more accurately. There we go. Umbreon and Espeon, middle of A tier. Slightly above these guys. All right, so we got the S tiers, we got the A tiers, we got the B tiers. Remember, B tier. A lot of people consider B tier to be average. B tier is not average. C's are average. Okay, a C is an average grade in America. So C tier is average. These are like okay. These are still good. They're still passing. D tier is where you got failing grades. You got the failing grades. We got D tier. You're just barely skimping by. C tier, you're good. You're solid. B tier, above average. So that's like an 80%. A tier is like a 90%. S tier is your 100%. These are the best designs out there. So that's how I do tier lists. Maybe not the popular way, but I like it. You will defend the anime only gimmick with your life? No. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to acknowledge this as canon. If I were to rank it, you wouldn't like where I put it because it would be down here, but no. Remove it. I don't want it in here. No. What do you mean I can't? Okay, now it's on here, I guess. You know what? Actually, I'm going to make people mad. There we go. I still like it more than Blastoise. Actually, you know what? I like it more than Mega Blastoise. I like regular Blastoise more than it, but there we go. That's accurate now. I think this is my accurate starter tier list, plus Umbreon and Espeon for some reason. I like this. This is correct. I'm going to save this. There we go. Brandon with the hot takes. But yeah, I think that'll do it now. That will do us for today. We have failed our Pokemon Nuzlocke, unfortunately. Or not our Nuzlocke, but our Pokemon Challenge, unfortunately. But we had a fun little follow-up tier list. I enjoyed that with you. Arguing my probably objectively incorrect placements on some Pokemon. But I think there are also some objectively correct ones, like Rowlet at the top, where he belongs. I somehow made you double mad. But yes, that'll do it for this stream, I think. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out how to do a raid. Does anyone know how to do that? I want to do a raid. How to raid on Twitch. Type raid followed. I'm gonna try and figure this out real quick. Huh. Okay, so it looks like I do this in the stream chat. I'm gonna try this. If it doesn't work, then I'm sorry, but I'll try it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out with me, and joining. I hope you guys had fun despite the numerous technical issues. It did seem to get a little bit better once I moved the router, so hopefully that'll be better in the future. But still, sorry for the technical issues, and thank you for your patience and sticking by through it. I appreciate it, and I guess I will see you guys next time. I'm going to try and do a raid, but first I'm going to go to the outro stream, and we'll try and do the raid. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, guys.